Breaking news, Christ returns. Yes, I'm saying Christ has returned, and there's plenty of evidence, and I will show you proof and biblical references to convince you who this man is. It might surprise you. So let's deep dive into this subject. I'll share my screen. After so many years of waiting for the return of the Messiah, he has finally come. Yes, Christ has returned, but who he is may surprise you, and it is all biblical. Like John the Baptist, who came as the second coming of Elijah, but in a different person with a different body. Jesus returned in the body of a new person. In Revelation, Jesus says that he will return with a new name. If anyone doubt this person, examine his words and deeds, just as Jesus said to those who doubted him, believe my works so that you can know and believe the Father is in me and I am in my Father. To understand why this new person is the return of the Messiah, you need to understand why John the Baptist is the return of Elijah, as Jesus claimed in Matthew 11:14 and 17:13. The reason John the Baptist was the return of Elijah, though in the body of John the Baptist, was because he had the same position and mission of Elijah. That is, to turn the hearts of the people to God their Father. In other words, to restore their faith. The Jewish people have often strayed away from God, and Elijah's job was to admonish the people to repent and prepare for the coming of the Lord, who ushers in the kingdom of heaven. Likewise, today, God's preparation for the kingdom of heaven has been made. This is the land of America, where all the people of the world wish to come or enjoy what America enjoys. America is the kingdom of heaven, relatively speaking. Though it has many flaws, the returning Messiah will help resolve them. First, let me trace the rise of America and why God chose her as the landing site of the return of the Messiah. Let's start with agreeing that America is the greatest country in the world in terms of wealth and economic power, GDP, creativity, political and social freedom, food, media, sports, music, and the go-to place for anyone seeking opportunity, prosperity, and fulfillment. It's one of the most egalitarian countries where God's support and blessing is clearly evident. If you agree, please continue to read. If not, read on anyway for curiosity's sake. Following Jesus' death, Christianity seemed to be annihilated. Yet from the ashes of persecution and death rose this giant phoenix called Christianity, and the countries that hosted became the most powerful and successful country in the world, culminating in America being the greatest empire ever. For almost 400 years, Christianity was persecuted, mocked, belittled, and condemned, ostracized, killed, and a pariah religion until Emperor Constantine and Emperor Theodosius recognized and declared Christianity as the legal religion in the Roman Empire, thus ending systematic persecution and then the rise of Christian power. The Roman Empire, along with the other Christian empires such as Spain, were the most formidable Christian empires that ruled the ancient world. In the modern era, the British Empire became the dominant, most powerful empire to affect the world in the most significant way. This is followed by now the greatest empire, the United States of America. These countries were all Christian. Other empires, though powerful, like the Ottoman Empire, have come and gone. The point is, it is clear today that God is behind the rise, power, and dominance of countries with Christianity as their religion. Why is Christianity seem to be God's vehicle? He wants to bless and use as the influencer for the world today because God has an enemy, Satan, named Lucifer before his fall, who has chained and enslaved his children from day one. He must raise a man who can defeat Satan. Then all mankind who can engraft onto him may also be victorious over the struggle over sin and Satan. This champion of God is what is known as the Messiah, Jesus Christ. God even spoke from heaven, "This is my son, listen to him." Seeing how God needs such a champion, He chose the Jewish people as his chosen nation to receive the Messiah because at that time they were monotheistic and had saints among them who responded and advanced God's providence. Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, and Moses, to name a few. Even though the Jewish leaders rejected Jesus Christ, the Messiah was born, lived, and accomplished one major task, the victory over Satan. He was meant to teach by word and example all the necessary guidance we fallen people need to live a sinless, joyful, and victorious life. However, Jesus suffered an untimely death. He nevertheless, knowing his mission will be terminated, prophesied his second coming. Like John the Baptist, who came as the second coming of Elijah, but in a different body, a different person, Jesus had returned in the new person named Samyamun. Remember, Jesus said that he will return with a new name. If anyone doubt it is Reverend Moon, examine his words and deeds, just as Jesus said to those who doubted him, believe my works so that you can know and believe the Father is in me and I am in my Father. If you study Reverend Moon's speeches, actions, and behavior and accomplishments, you will undoubtedly be convinced. Go to the website Confucius75.com to download Divine Principles series, which are the teachings of Reverend Samya Moon. Also, scroll down to Life of Reverend Moon to read his autobiography. For the latest revelation from God, go to my YouTube video below. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you very much. Thank you for your listening. God bless you and have a great life.